What's going on, everyone? Welcome to my video of the quickest way to improve in Rocket League. I've just put on a random game from my replays in the background. Hopefully it entertains you while you listen. Pretty well, and bear with me, this is only going to be done in one take. Pretty well, I believe what the best skill to learn is obviously training, mechanics. That's the best way to improve, that's the quickest way to improve. If you master your mechanics, you're going to jump those ranks a lot more than you would if you just master rotation and game sense. Yes, they go a long way, but if you have mechanics, you can just outplay your opponent depending on what game mode you play, 1s, 2s or 3s, and it will just help you in the long run. And by just playing the game, you can pick up game sense along the way. It's hard to kind of train for that. Training needs to be done in free play mode, or those custom drills are really useful. Number 2, with training, you have to train more than you play. Obviously, this will make you get a lot better, a lot faster, a lot better than the game, obviously, because take example, sports stars, say a basketball player. They spend thousands of hours in the gym, on the court, just working on their game, getting their body stronger, and working on all the skills. The time they actually spend playing is not that much. Yeah, they do pick up games and competitions, but if that's all they did, they wouldn't actually get that good at shooting, because you can't replicate that skill that many times in a game as opposed to all the time you have in training mode. So you have to train more than you play, depending on how much time you have to play throughout the week, whether it be 2 hours a week, or easier to split it up by day, say half an hour a day, 10 minutes a day, an hour a day, maybe train 45, play for 15. Or if you really like playing, go half and half, but I really wouldn't recommend, if you want to jump up real quick, to play more than you train. I would definitely recommend train more than you play, or at the very least half-half. Myself, I try and get on 30 minutes a day to train, and then I'll play 1 or 2 games after that. I don't really have that much time to play, but that's what I try to aim for anyway. The next thing, when you are training, it's no good just jumping into free play and hitting the ball around. That might help a little bit, that might be good for warm-up, but if you want to get really good really quick, you need to have a training plan. For example, my plan. Now, you can obviously make your own plan to what you think you need to improve on. I do more broad areas because I feel like learning the individual skills like ceiling shots, crazy flicks, all that stuff, it's not going to help too much because you don't get in those situations in a game that much. I find just working on a broader area and then narrowing down to the more specific skills is a better way to do it. My plan is on Mondays, well, actually before I focus on the individual days, I make sure to start off, say I do it for 30 minutes, I start off completing 100% on the all-star goalie, 100% on the all-star striker, 100% on the all-star aerials, just because if I can't get 100% in those 3 areas before I train on any individual things, I don't feel as though I have a general enough skill level to train on the other stuff. I may as well get good at the things I'm going to be using most in game, which is saving, shooting and aerials. Once I've completed that, if I still have time left in my allocated training time, which I don't always do, but anyway, I split it up by the days. Mondays I work on my kickoffs, because obviously kickoffs are huge in Rocket League. Every time there's a goal scored, you could be thrown into a kickoff and you have to learn the best way to hit it pretty well, especially in 1s. That's really vital, but also there's plenty of kickoff goals in 2s and 3s as well, so it's always a good skill to learn. Number 2, on Tuesdays I work on my shooting. On Wednesdays I work on my saves, so that's not just doing the goalie. Obviously after you complete those, go find some custom training drill packs. There's plenty out there. You can just search them either in-game, or you can search them on Google and just enter the code. Really easy to do. Thursdays I don't get on the game because I'm too busy. I don't have any time to put into the game, which obviously apply your own little training time that you have. Some people are going to have more than others to train and play. On Fridays I focus on aerials. Saturday I do ground car control, so like half flips, just learning to control my car while it's on the ground, because it's going to be really important to be able to maneuver your car and know how it works. And on Sundays I work on air car control, so how my car's moving in the air and trying to control that a little bit better with air rolls and whatnot. Obviously once you think that you have gotten good in a certain area, or you've kind of mastered it, so you think kickoffs, I've got my kickoffs sorted, I don't really need to work on that. Replace that with a weakness in your game. If you want to find weaknesses in your game, obviously just watch replays where you lose, and just watch for where you lose possession, why you lose possession. If you're missing easy shots, you might need to work more on your shooting. There's tons of ways to find out where your weaknesses are. Just watch your replays. Pretty well, once you got your training plan sorted, if you stick to that and work at it really hard, then obviously you'll improve really quickly. Number 4, when you do play your games, if you're playing well, feel free to stay on and keep playing. If you think you're playing a good game, it's good to reinforce that good playing mentality. Is feeling good, you're clicking with your teammates, you're making all the right moves. It's good to reinforce that, because that's what you're going to get used to. Obviously that'll help you rank up a lot quicker. And in counterpart to that, don't play when you're tired or if you're toxic. So when you're tired, you just make mistakes, you just want to get into the game, you want to try and win, and obviously you start rushing yourself, and your brain just doesn't work as well when you're tired, so it's not worth playing. It's better to get your rest, get some sleep. Don't try and force bad gameplay pretty well. And at the same time, don't play when you're toxic. So as soon as you feel as though you want to spam wow or nice shot or what a save at your teammates, as soon as you want to try and chat to them to rotate or whatever, it's time to take a break from the game, get off, because obviously you're thinking more about blaming your teammates than you are working on your own game. And it's just going to slow you down in the end. You're going to end up playing angry, making mistakes, and deranking yourself. So pretty well, to sum it up, the biggest thing is to train. Obviously, train more than you play, and then play when you're playing well, and get off the game when you're playing bad, when you're tired, when you know that you're toxic. And we all know it, because everyone gets toxic in this game, just brings it out in you. And obviously the best players limit that to as least as possible. So as soon as you're ready to write that quick chat or whatever, just get off the game. It's not worth it. You're only just going to derank yourself and take away the progress that you've been putting in. I'm dragging this out too much. If you guys want to watch this, I'll try and leave this going so you guys can see the end of the game. I think it finishes up pretty soon. Let me find out for you. Alright, how long left? Okay, fair while, like another minute. I'll probably just cut it off, or I'll give a spoiler. We do end up winning. But anyway, thanks for watching. Biggest tip is train. If you're not training, you're not getting better at your mechanics, and you're not winning. So obviously game sense will come with playing with the games you play after, and you can always work on that once you have it. But once you have mastered the mechanics, you'll climb so much higher. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for dragging out a lot of points. This was just one take, and there we go, final goal goes in. But yeah, that's pretty much my ideas. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, please hit the like, share this with any of your Rocket League friends that you might be able to help if they're in bronze or silver or one at some of the lower ranks. I'm currently just a champ player, not a grand champ, but still, if I did more training, I could definitely get to grand champ, I feel like. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hit the like, subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and thank you so much for watching.